The graph shows price movement over time. You can get rough idea of the player price. A tropical graph in FC Mobile looks like this. The horizontal line shows time passing, and the vertical movement shows whether the price is going up or down. When the line moves upward, it means the card's price increased after a market refresh. When the line moves downward, it means the price decreased. If the line becomes flat, it means the price has stopped moving, usually because the card has reached either its minimum or maximum price limit, or because there was not enough buying or selling activity. Sudden jumps on the graph happen because prices update only at refresh times, not continuously. Small zigzag movements usually represent undercutting or minor changes in supply and demand, not real trends. The graph does not predict future prices. It only shows what had already happened. Actually, in FC Mobile graphs are not that important. They are, but not on that level. But in FC Mobile, most of players follow some pattern, especially the ones which are newly added to the game. Before that, we have created a new Discord server. Make sure to join it, and there are a dedicated section just for FC Mobile investment only. Link in bio. This is the most common graph for the new players. Here players' price starts at peak, due to less demand and supply, high since players' release. And then after event ends, players' price ups and downs. I won't be showing all graphs example, but since this is most common, let me show you a example. This is the graph of 112 over Oblak card, and you might see similarity with the pattern 1 graph. And look, this price, during the Glorious Era event, dropped a lot. And after event, his price rose by 300 meters coins. This type of graph is often for the players whose price EA has set too high. And in future, in the Toady event, you will understand what I'm talking about, especially for the nominees, which are less over, and comparatively, less popular players' price will drop like. Why this happens? Simple players' base price is too high. Or supply is very high, and nobody wants him. Stats are bad. After the players crash fully, they also recovered, so it can be a good opportunity to buy some players from here. This type of graph is almost similar to the pattern 1 graph, but hereafter, price drop, the price bounce backs, and recover, and later normal, up and down. This type of graph is quite uncommon, but you will see this many times when an event is required a specific player which we need. For example, Record Breakers event had so many requirements for specific players, and at that time those players' price skyrocket for a specific time period, and then normal. This type of graph is the player whose price just drops every week, and then up again. You might not see this type of graph too much, but they exist. And you can compare this graph with the players who gets crashed during division rivals crash and bounce back. But that would around long timelines, at least for weeks. Not that easy. Now this one is actually kinda important. Most of the newly released players fall under this graph. A peak starting, supply comes, price drops, and then recovery, and normal up and downs. Special players which are used for shards grinding. But according to the leaks, there is very low chance we might see shards exchange system after festival fixtures event.